And he likes butt now. He don't like to no more. He likes butt. And I've honestly always thought that Blueface swung for the other team simply because of his hatred for women. I just always felt like Blueface, when given the opportunity, he was going to take some ass. They're more loyal. Men are more loyal to him.
Hold on, because this part had everybody sitting straight up. Word around the block is that while Krishan and Jaden were out here spinning in circles over Blueface, he was in jail getting close with men. Real close. People online keep saying he wasn't just entertaining conversations, he was allegedly giving full boyfriend energy, like he switched roles without blinking. Fans even joked he was posing in those strange photos like he was somebody's favorite toy in there. And the wildest part? Folks are claiming he actually fell into a whole situation with one of the guys. They're saying Blueface supposedly promised this man a ring, a real ring, like they were planning something serious behind those walls. The internet has been eating this up because the stories are wild, and the claims keep getting louder every week. But here's the thing, rumors about him moving both ways didn't just pop up out of thin air. Those whispers been floating for a while. And remember when Krishan said she walked in on him watching certain videos of men touching themselves? She even said Josh say he is in trouble when she brought it up. People brushed it off like she was exaggerating, but now everybody is looking back at her words with a whole new side-eye. This whole situation is turning into one giant storyline because the streets are convinced there's more to this than Blueface wants to admit. Whether the jail stories are real or not, the internet is treating them like they're ready for primetime TV. And honestly, the timing makes everything look even messier. Back when Krishan and Blueface were dragging each other online every 5 minutes, she dropped this tea that had the whole internet spinning. This was during the chaos where people were saying she cheated on him with Offset, and Blueface kept throwing shade like he was the one hurt. Then Krishan fired right back and said being tattooed on a hook wasn't some big brag because, as she put it, you literally slept with Cardi B's husband a couple weeks ago. She didn't stop there either. She called him out by saying, "I'm tired of men looking at me while they sleep with you." That line alone shook timelines like an earthquake. Then came the part that had everybody's jaw on the floor. Krishan claims she exposed him for being on the low, and she didn't whisper it, she blasted it. She said she went through his phone and found things he wasn't expecting her to ever see. She even got bold enough to say, "Let's talk about how I saw gay corn in your recent search history." And when she explained why she covered up the tattoo of him on her neck, she made it clear, saying, "I had Zesty Man on my neck." She added that being bisexual wasn't the issue, but not being honest before someone catches feelings was the real problem. What really had people talking was how this wasn't even the first time she said something like this about him. In another heated argument months before, she randomly accused him of being bisexual again, and even though everyone brushed it off back then, fans now say they should have paid closer attention. Every time she spoke on it, she stayed with the same story, which made folks wonder if she knew more than she ever let slip. So here's where things got extra wild on that live stream with Kai Cenat. Blueface casually mentioned that he once slept with a little person, like it was nothing, and Krishan instantly snapped her head toward him like she got hit with a plot twist. She started grilling him right there on camera, asking who it was, but the way she asked had the whole chat losing their minds. Instead of assuming it was a woman, she straight up asked him if the person was a boy or girl. That moment had everybody staring at the screen like, wait, what just happened?
The person before.
Oh, shit.
I don't like that.
Who?
Oh my God, damn.
Is it a girl or a guy?
What? What kind of question is that? Stop playing.
The internet immediately jumped on that question because it wasn't random at all. Folks were saying she didn't pull that out of thin air. She asked that because she already had her own suspicions. The whole vibe shifted instantly, and people in the comments were typing in all caps, trying to figure out why she would even think that was an option unless she knew something the rest of the world didn't know. And that's exactly why viewers took that moment as a sign that Krishan wasn't surprised by the idea of him being with a man. It almost sounded like she wasn't guessing, she was confirming something she already believed. The look on her face, the tone she used, the quickness of the question, everything hinted that she's seen things behind the scenes that would make that question make perfect sense. Now here's the part that's got everybody going back through old receipts. People didn't take Krishan seriously when she spoke on his behavior the first time because they thought she was just angry and trying to get a reaction. But when you look at everything again, folks are starting to realize maybe she wasn't reaching at all. Even before she said any of that, Blueface had already been caught in a few suspicious situations that made the internet question whether he was keeping some things on the low. And the conversation exploded again because of the things he said right after getting out of prison. He came home acting bold, talking like nothing fazed him, but a few comments he made had the whole internet giving him the slow side-eye. People were already whispering, but those new clips made the whispers turn into full-on debates because his energy was way different than what fans remembered before he went in. So this all got stirred back up during that live stream with DDG. Blueface hopped on the phone with Krishan, and the two of them instantly started talking in a way that nobody expected. It wasn't the normal flirting, it was something else, something extra, something that made the chat pause. At first it sounded like regular freaky talk, but the more he kept going, the more people replayed the clip, trying to understand why his choice of words felt off. Viewers said the tone, the phrasing, and the way he reacted to certain things felt like he was accidentally revealing way more than he planned. It was one of those moments where the internet stopped and said, wait, did he really just say that? And from there, the speculation shot right back into the spotlight. Then out of nowhere, Blueface flipped the whole vibe on that call and asked Krishan if she was willing to take it from the back. He didn't even hesitate. He straight up asked her if she had lubricants ready because that's how he wanted to get things started with her. The live stream froze for a second because nobody expected him to say something that specific and that bold, especially with the whole world watching. And let's be real for a second. People online instantly started asking what kind of straight man comes home and the first thing he wants is to be with his girl that way instead of the usual route, especially after just walking out of prison.
Listen to you. You got the lubricants?
What? Who the f is lubricant, baby? You know this motherfucker Wi-Fi.
What if I want to go in the butt box?
Yeah.
Hey, you with it, huh?
Is it kind of weird that the first day out of prison, Blueface is suggesting some type of butt action to his woman? Or do you guys think that this is just normal behavior for them and that is what he was doing before he went to prison?
The timing alone had everybody's eyebrows touching their hairline because it felt way too aligned with everything folks had been whispering about for months. That moment made people go right back to the allegations Krishan made in the past about him being on the low. And suddenly, those claims didn't sound as wild as the internet originally thought. Her comments opened the floodgates, and once the conversation got loud again, a couple men who allegedly had dealings with Blueface started popping up trying to speak on their experiences too. People online started digging through old interviews, old posts, and even old pictures trying to see if they missed signs before. And with every clip resurfacing, the conversation kept getting messier because the timing of everything lined up a little too perfectly. This whole situation had the internet glued to the screen like they were watching a whole series unfold in real time. The first person whose name shot straight to the front of the drama was the well-known drag queen Cole Kerrigan. Cole didn't hold anything back and came through with some serious tea about a night he claimed he spent with Blueface. According to Cole, Blueface slid right into his DMs after Cole posted some photos on Instagram while dressed in full drag, and Blue wasn't shy about what he wanted. Cole said Blue asked to link up, and the messages allegedly showed Blue moving bold, fast, and ready. Things got even crazier when Cole posted a video that had the whole internet gasping. In the clip, Cole was going down on a man, and everyone immediately noticed the man had tattoos on his stomach that looked extremely similar to Blueface's ink.
That time, I posted these pics on Instagram a couple months ago. Check the material. Very much she a baddie, she knows she a 10, she a baddie with her baddie friends. Why did this happen after? I wasn't gonna go there, but babe, I'm bored.
People started screenshotting, zooming in, comparing angles. It turned into a full investigation overnight. Fans were arguing back and forth because the tattoo placement, the shape, and the design had way too many similarities for folks to ignore. Cole didn't backtrack either. He stood on his story like he was tired of holding it in. The way he spoke about it made people feel like this wasn't some random clout chase, it was something he had been sitting on for a while. And once that video hit the timelines, the internet went into complete chaos because it added a whole new layer to everything people had already been whispering about. But of course, Blueface jumped online and denied every single thing Cole said, like he couldn't believe people were even entertaining it. He brushed it off and claimed he never did anything with Cole, and he doubled down with a bold statement. Blue said, "I'm not suing nobody for no defamation. If y'all believe that, that's on you. This stuff is all entertainment for me. Literally, every time I open these apps, I separate my reality from this virtual world where everyone is pretending and lying for likes and approvals. I am the truth." He tried to sound confident, but people were not buying it at all. The internet immediately pointed out how strange it was that he refused to sue if he was really innocent. Folks said a man with his ego would normally drag someone to court instantly if the story wasn't real. The speculation got even louder because people believed Cole had more receipts tucked away, and Blue didn't want to risk those coming out in court. That theory spread fast, and everybody was whispering about how calm Cole stayed, while Blue was the one scrambling online like he was trying too hard. Then another thing had people side-eyeing Blueface even more, his strange habit of getting weirdly fixated on asking his son unnecessary questions about identity on live streams and interviews.
Are you gay?
No. What the f? Come on, give it to me.
People kept calling it strange because instead of focusing on being a present father or setting a positive example, he kept bringing up topics that were not appropriate to discuss publicly with a young child at all. Viewers felt like it showed more about his insecurities than anything about the kid. Fans said the whole pattern was off, from the jail rumors to Cole's story to his public comments. Everything together made the internet look at him like he was hiding something bigger than he wanted people to know. And every time he tried to shut down the rumors, his reactions just made everybody talk even louder. People online started pointing out something that really made them uncomfortable. That child is far too young to even understand what gay or straight means. So the fact that Blueface kept pushing those kinds of questions was a major red flag for a lot of viewers. Folks were saying it wasn't normal behavior at all, especially coming from a grown man who should be focused on being a stable parent, not dragging a kid into adult conversations he can't even process. Things got even more questionable when Blue began inviting adults over to the house and trying to create these exaggerated masculine moments, like he was trying to force some kind of reaction out of the boy. The internet called it unnecessary and awkward because the child wasn't engaged, wasn't impressed, and genuinely looked like he just wanted to do his own thing instead of being part of whatever Blue was trying to prove. At one point, the kid literally walked off to go grab a snack because he wasn't interested at all, and Blueface still followed him around asking him the same question: are you gay or not?
There's cheeks out here, you in here looking for chips. You ain't gay, is you? Casual day? Son, come here. There's cheeks out here, you in here looking for chips. And Slim Jims. You ain't gay, is you? Huh? Are you gay? You ain't gay, right? My man. My dog. Y'all sit right here while I go fondle with these young women for a little bit, all right? You in charge. I got two little monkeys sucking in the bed.
Viewers were stunned because it looked less like parenting and more like Blue projecting his own worries onto someone who shouldn't be involved in adult issues at all. It had people saying the whole moment felt uncomfortable and confusing, not because of the child, but because of how desperate Blueface seemed to get some kind of answer. Fans online kept saying the energy wasn't about the kid, it was about Blueface trying to wrestle with his own insecurities while using a moment that should have been private and innocent. And that made people even more convinced that something deeper was going on behind the scenes with him. As if everything before wasn't already messy enough, another old video started making the rounds again, and this one had people talking non-stop. It showed Blueface interviewing a group of men at the Bad Boys Club audition, and the way he handled those questions had everybody raising their brows. Instead of asking them about the show, their personality, or why they wanted to be there, he kept circling back to the same thing, asking them straight up if they were gay.
Why are you gay?
I'm not gay. I told you I'm pansexual.
Why do you like men?
Viewers said he looked way too locked in on that topic, like that was the only thing he actually cared about during the whole audition. The energy felt off because it didn't come across as curiosity, it came across like he was trying to scope something out behind the scenes. People were commenting that he was asking those questions with a little too much intensity and not enough professionalism, especially for someone claiming he doesn't care about rumors. And social media took that clip and ran with it. Folks started joking that it looked like he wasn't interviewing for the show, he was scouting. The comments were brutal, saying the way he focused on their orientation made it look like he was checking to see which cast members he'd be trying to get close to when cameras weren't rolling. Whether that's true or not, the video definitely added more heat to the conversation, and fans said it fit right in with all the messy allegations floating around him already. Another thing that kept the internet buzzing was how Blueface started acting ever since he got out. His whole vibe switched up like he walked out with a brand new personality. People noticed he became way more defensive whenever anything about his preferences came up, almost like he was scared someone was about to expose something he thought was tucked away. Every time a fan dropped a comment even hinting at the rumors, he would jump online immediately with a long rant, talking in circles and making everything sound even more suspicious. Then folks started bringing up how he's been surrounding himself with way more men lately, hanging out in studios and house gatherings that looked nothing like the wild party scenes he used to flex. Fans said the energy looked different, calmer, more private, and way more selective about who he lets close. People were pointing out that it didn't match his old lifestyle at all, and the sudden switch had them thinking he was trying to hide certain relationships behind the scenes. On top of that, there were a couple influencers who claimed Blueface had been sending them messages that didn't match the tough guy image he usually pushes online. Some said he was sliding into their DMs late at night, using language that sounded way too flirty for someone who claims he's 100% straight. Nothing was proven, but the screenshots floating around had people squinting hard because the typing style and tone matched him almost perfectly. And all of this together just made the conversation louder, because the more he tried to shut it down, the more news stories popped up like the internet was piecing together a whole puzzle. From the way everything is lining up, it really looks like Blueface had an interest in men long before prison even came into the picture. So if the stories people keep repeating are true, then it wouldn't be shocking if he tested the waters while he was locked up and ended up liking the attention he got in there. And honestly, the way he was begging Krishan to split that cheeks open so he could go through the back had everyone confused, because it didn't sound like something a straight man suddenly discovers out of nowhere. People online did what they always do. They shared their opinions fast. One person even said he'd been liking men. Remember when Krishan took his phone that time she said it? Then duh. And that comment went viral because folks said it matched everything she revealed before. Others were talking about how prison culture can be complicated, saying Josh said he is in trouble, and how some men behind bars end up having intimate encounters with other inmates for comfort, survival, or emotional reasons. Then you had people reminding the internet that a lot happens in prison that partners on the outside never find out about. Some viewers said it wasn't shocking at all, because when someone is locked up for a long time, you never truly know what choices they make or what situations they fall into. And with Blueface, the stories kept piling up so fast that people couldn't tell what was rumor and what was real anymore. All they knew was that something wasn't adding up. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think about Blue allegedly getting freaky with men in jail? And do you think Krishan already knew the whole time and just stayed quiet about it until she snapped? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you on the next one.